Welcome back to the channel. So I don't normally take time out for shout outs or collaborations with other channels because this channel is really just about me, the cars I'm working on for myself and for customers. But I've recently come across a channel called DazeCars, which I think you guys might be interested in. I met the guy who runs DazeCars because he bought a part from me. As some of you know, I make an adapter that allows you to put a small distributor cap on a Ford TFI distributor, which is designed really to give you clearance around aftermarket fuel rails. But it can be useful for any situation where you need to use a Ford TFI distributor, but you need to create a little clearance around that big cap in order to fit whatever it is that you're trying to fit in there. That's how I met Dave from DazeCars. He bought one of these from me, but not for the fuel rail clearance issue. He bought it in order to generate clearance around his Frankenstein EFI system.
Maybe, just maybe, I can get it to shrink. Wow, that worked better than I thought.
This Frankenstein EFI system is going on a Windsor style Ford engine, but it uses a couple of CFI style throttle bodies and then a fuel rail setup, and it's going to be run with like an A9L or some other TFI compatible engine management system. He didn't have enough clearance for the front CFI throttle body, so in order to make it work, he needed a smaller cap. He bought my distributor adapter, and it's working out good for him. It's kind of a neat application. One of the things I like about Day is he lives just next door in Montana. Hopefully we're going to get to go down and see him maybe this summer. He's a Ford guy, does lots with classic Fords. He's got a whole part of his channel dedicated to making shop tools out of defunct treadmills, which I think is kind of neat. Of course, I'm into lots of electronics projects. Like, for example, I built a custom electronics package that decodes the Ford digital transmission range sensor on a 4R70W transmission and feeds the data into a Dakota digital system in order to display the PRNDL status on the cluster for a 67 Mustang project. I did this in order to avoid having to use their sensor and linkage system, which was going to be problematic in such a space-constricted situation. So I did something like that. He does quite a bit of electrical, electronics type of stuff. His Frankenstein EFI system is really similar to another system that I worked on with a guy. In the case of the one that I worked on, it was in a 66 Mercury pickup, and it had the 390 engine in it, FE style engine, and this guy had converted the carburetor to just a throttle body, machined and installed injector bosses on the stock manifold, and ran an 8-rail injector system, actually with the SDS engine management system. And I had helped that guy get the thing started and then get it running. So it's a fairly similar kind of a deal to what Day is doing with his Windsor style engine and the two CFI throttle bodies. Let me play you a little bit of an introduction from Day himself so he can tell you a little bit about his channel. I think if you're interested in classic Fords and you're interested in electronics and electrical projects, his channel will be really worthwhile to add to your subscription list. Take a look.
Classic cars and treadmill motors. These two things seem to have absolutely nothing in common. But wait, if you add shop tools used to make parts for your classic cars, and those shop tools are powered by a treadmill motor, suddenly it makes sense to have both topics on the same channel.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell so that you won't miss out on future videos.